Next on our agenda was the corners at Newtown text amendment. Representatives of BET Investments were in attendance to review their request for a text amendment to the JMZO to include a new use, parking core apartment building. This use would be permitted in the TC Town Commercial Zoning District. The plan includes a large apartment building with 120 apartments and amenities surrounding a parking garage for residents at Richborough Road, Sycamore Street, and Cambridge Lane. The building would be 45 feet in height and over 200 feet in length. We stressed that the property is in the historic district and would need to be approved by HARB for design elements if it were supported. The Commission had concerns about the proposed density in such close proximity to the borough's apartment complex called Steeple View and the impact on traffic and stormwater management. A number of members were supportive of the concept of rental apartments to attract more young professionals to remain in Newtown. BET will return when they have had a chance to address some of the Commission's concerns.
Okay, if you don't mind, I have a question. At a recent meeting with some residents, we talked about this development, and one resident had an interesting concern.
Which development?
The corners at Newtown.
Okay.
And he was talking about the parking garage. I mean, I don't know if he understood the concept, but he was talking about whether the land can support the weight of the garage. Now, I don't know anything about this. This is the first time I'm hearing about, weight of a building might be a potential problem. But I know you're asking Met to come back and answer to some of your questions. And I believe also you had some wish to have a traffic impact study as well.
You attended the meeting. We have a lot of concerns about that proposed development. The members weren't opposed to the concept of apartments, and we do have a garden apartment ordinance in the township. Right behind there is Cambridge Place, which is, I believe, maybe 150 apartments back there. What they are proposing, let me get my glasses on here. What they did was they crafted an ordinance that is everything that they want. We do have garden apartments. They are permitted. We're concerned about, the density of this structure is 8 times more than what is permitted anywhere else in the township. The height, they're proposing the height, the length, I got so many notes on here.
I know you had a lot, you discussed a lot of issues.
Yeah.
But I don't think you discussed the weight of the garage with all the cars in there and so on. And this resident was suggesting that some kind of engineering study be done to make sure that the land can support such a structure. Now, I don't know if this developer has done something very similar somewhere else, but maybe that's something that the commission might be interested in learning more about in terms of the engineering involved in creating a garage core apartment building, which is what they want to do. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention. That's
well, we had a meeting. I attended a HARB meeting. I'm also on the HARB board, and this proposal would have to pass all HARB stipulations too and go through all HARB approvals. And one of our members on HARB is an architect, and he said this is what they call a precast parking garage. I don't know if that means that it's, brought into the site in sections and constructed. I'm not sure how that goes. But one of our concerns there is the density, the height of the buildings, the access in and out on Sycamore. And one thing we have to consider too is what is happening right across the street in the borough. They're proposing at least 100 apartments behind the Starbucks, which is pretty much across the street from this. there's so many concerns, or they haven't done a traffic study, they haven't addressed fire lanes, where they would be. I mean, everything, their height, their length, it's just so intense. I mean, I don't know if that's what we want for the TC district. I mean, what is permitted there, I believe, is maybe 60 apartments. I believe the original plan was 180 and they came down to 120. But I think I mean, Sycamore Street is a 2-lane road. I don't think it can absorb all of this.
This is just a concept plan at this point.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
They haven't done any full engineering or anything.
No. I think, they just came in and of course their ordinances is everything that they want. We have, our feeling on planning is build as, we have garden apartments, you are permitted to build there. And I asked the representatives, apparently they bought this property 3 years ago and it's been empty for a long time. And they should develop it as what is permitted in the township. I mean, these developers coming in and they're just, what they're proposing is just ridiculous. We have no traffic study done. The parking, it's not enough parking even with the garage. What kind of impact is it going to have on the school district? There's so many questions.
Yeah.